Hey YouTube, and welcome back to the vlog. So today I want to talk about how I tie down my Honda Pioneer. The reason I want to go over this is I get a lot of questions from friends and family on why I use the trailer I use, what type of trailer I use, and how I tie it down. So it'll be a real quick vlog. Let's do a quick walk around. So how are you supposed to tie down your Honda Pioneer? According to the factory, and if you look at your owner's manual, you're supposed to tie it down on these front bars here and here on the fronts and cross the straps. Then on the back, you're supposed to go to this part of the roll cage and tie it down. I don't like doing that because when you tie down your vehicle like that, you're not letting the suspension do its job. If you look at any commercial truck driver, none of them tie down vehicles as they transport them to go against the suspension. They always tie it over the wheels. Another way I've seen people tie these things down is they go through the A-arms. The problem with using the A-arm is you're pulling against the bushing. You're pulling against the way the A-arm is supposed to move. Yes, it'll be very tight, but it's not the way I like to do it. Before I had my current setup, I would tie Pioneer down by using the hitch and then up underneath. But if you didn't have a skid plate, there is a frame rail back in there you can tie it down to. So that's what I would do. I would tie down through the hitch and the frame rail, but still compress the suspension a little bit. So I went down, I ordered a trailer from the trailer dealer and had them customize it to the way I like it. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So if you're looking at my trailer, it actually looks like a landscaping trailer. A lot of people will recognize these. It's a 16-foot trailer with two 3,500-pound axles. One of them has brakes. I had the dealer weld a 4-foot expanded mesh on here. I have two gates, one in the rear to drive up on, and I have a side gate right here, as big as they would make it. It's about 4.5 foot. I'll get into that here in a minute. So why is the number one question I get that I haven't put 4-foot sides on here? It makes it harder to load anything. Well, I like my stuff to stay mine. It makes it easier for me when I load my Pioneer on here to know it's secure. The other reason is when we go camping, we take kayaks and bikes and all kinds of other stuff. So it's easy to slide the kayaks underneath the Pioneer with the bikes in front of it. I actually have room on this trailer for a second quad that I have. I can tie down the gas cans, and it just keeps it that much harder for people with sticky fingers to take the stuff. So let's go ahead and look at how I tie down my Pioneer. For those of you familiar with E-Track, there's a company called Erickson, and for about $30 at Home Depot, Amazon, all kinds of places, you can get a set of these chocks. So these chocks I have bolted in, grade 5 hardware, and you can see there's two E-Track spots, front and rear, and you get two sets of them. So when you go ahead and you strap in your buggy, your Pioneer, your whatever, it's gonna look like this. You get your strap, this is my spare tire here, goes over the tire and down into the E-Track. It comes over and right into the other side. Now mind you, this is just a spare tire and it moves side to side, but it's firm. I have yet to have one break. Now, some people will put 4 of these on their side-by-sides. I use 2, and here's the reason why. I have more E-Track up here. So with this E-Track, it's amazing. You can buy different pieces, and when they clip in, all you do, once that locks down, you can take your normal strap and hook it to these rings. They make different types that are the circles like this. You can get a D-ring, you can get them this piece with a strap and then a D-ring on it. I prefer these ones. And the reason being is I can leave these outside year round, and I don't have to worry about the sun eating them and rotting when I go to need it. So if you look at my trailer, I have my Erickson chocks in the rear. I have 2 more small pieces of E-track. Those E-tracks are about $5 a piece. And I got a couple 8-footers and a couple 5-footers for different configurations. As you can see, I have my gate over here that I can put down to load a quad, to load the bikes, whatever I need. Now when I load the Pioneer on here, I do it one of 2 ways. If I have another quad up front, or depending on the weight I have up here, I pull the Pioneer in forward. If I'm just taking the Pioneer with some gas cans and whatever else that doesn't weigh enough, I will back it on. And the reason I do that is the center of gravity of the trailer. I need the engine placement that's in the rear of the Pioneer to make sure that I have enough tongue weight on this that I don't get a trailer that likes to fishtail all the time. So that's how I strap down the Pioneer. Another option that you can get for these E-tracks right here is you can get wheel nets. And wheel nets can either go into an E-track mount or right there on that ring, and you can do a wheel net or strap over your tires off to the side. If you notice, my E-tracks are not in line with the wheel chocks. That's the only downside with the Erickson system, is they have to go over your tire and your exact wheel spacing. So I have them off to the side. I can also tie down just the front of the trailer, or just the front of the buggy, the back of the buggy, whatever I need, using the different E-track system. And the great thing with E-track is you can always get it cheap. It's like $20 for an 8-foot section. The attachments are about $5 a piece. Look it up online if you haven't seen it. So that's how I tie down my side-by-side. This is the trailer that I use to tow with my truck. So if you have any questions on E-track or the Erickson system, let me know in the comments below. I think it's a great system. I have yet to have a strap come loose on it. So until next time,